course, I always have bad lighting, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I do these videos apparently on the spur of the moment, especially when a child of mine calls me. I'm telling y'all, this is very hard. I've had hard times before. I mean, really, but I don't. Maybe I was delusional. Well, let's just not say that. But again, I have to say something that's very personal that I don't think I've talked about or even like try to understand. And maybe because I talk to the phone that I feel like I understand, although people are listening, and in some way, shape, or form, I feel okay with that because I feel like, it's the human condition, and there's lots of us that go through things that are really hard. And sometimes, I don't know, first of all, my daughter, Madison, has been incarcerated for a while, and I blame drugs, and I'm not being any type of way about anything like I'm better or anything, but I do just know the destruction point. I do understand the sadness of love that hasn't been given, and when you depend on your parents. I have nothing, and it's my fault. I don't ever want anybody to feel sorry for anything for me, because at this point in time, I feel like there's a reason to everything. There's always a reason to everything, and sometimes I forget that because I'm human, and sometimes I forget how strong I can be. And it just seems like there's just been so much destruction and heart-pounding, hurting situations. I feel like I'm forever being punished for something. And it seems like a complete loss on a continuous basis. I'm more upset these days that I cannot seem to find my rhythm or the things that I find that drive me, that make me anymore. And I'm really upset in the fact that I can't seem to find that. I pray, I ask, I try not to really have this disgruntled feelings in my mind or ungratefulness, and I feel like I'm being extremely ungrateful sometimes. At this point in time, since it's me, myself, and I, and it's always been my focus. My children have always been my focus, but they become more so, and I'm losing focus within myself. I miss Missouri. And I know if I were to say it right now, there's like 5 different things I can tell you that probably are contributing to this. I miss Missouri. Things have been taken away from me. People, person, children's angst, and such other superficial stuff like the heat. It's hot as hell here. And acclimating to a whole bunch of everything. I don't want to say I'm ever used to it, but I do want to say that just because I know a little bit more doesn't make it any easier. It does not make the struggle any easier because you know the pain or because it's familiar. It's never that easy. I skip over parts simply because I know a little more, but I feel powerless, utterly powerless. And there's like 10,000 more reasons to not feel this way. And I do every day have to check myself. And you know what? The funniest thing, I'm like 98% better about my alcoholism. Since I've been here, I have not drinking any hard alcohol. It's just not that available. And every day maybe, or every 3 days, I might have a beer. I don't know, too much to say, so much to say. I've been wanting to say so much, I just don't know how to format it because it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Sometimes I don't want to wake up. I don't want to kill myself, nor do I die. Do I want to die? And I think about the past, and I think about so many things, and I can't get away from it. All I ask, I think, if I were, I just hope and love, and I don't know. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, trying to find my way. I can't seem to find a job. It's much harder here. I don't speak Spanish. I'm so used to small towns, and I am paralyzed by the fear of riding the bus. And there's just so much. I do not know what happened, where it happened, and when it stopped. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I just want to know. I really just want to know. At 50 years old now, I just sometimes give up. I just want to give up. It's not within my nature. That's probably why my head is still above the water. But at the same time, I have an opportunity to see my father. And I'm sitting here crying like a fucking baby. And now, if I were to be able to leave, if I had the ability to leave or the circumstantial way to leave, would I want to leave? Have I become struck? I don't know. No one can answer this, and there's just so much. I don't even know how to overwhelm a therapist. Oh, I do know how to overwhelm a therapist. I must pray, and maybe there is no maybe there is no understanding. Maybe some things just cannot be understood, and they just are. There's so many things. I don't know. This is the first time I've talked about it really out loud, so I'm talking very fast because there's so much, and there's so much extra. I love my kids, and slowly I'm pulling them back. I have nothing to offer them but my love and hope, which is everything, but at the same time, I feel like it's not enough. It's on a personal note for me that I feel like it's not enough. But anyhow, love and light, and it's always in the dark, but it's always when my son just turned 31, and the reality of life is really set in as far as a lot of things. Anyhow, love and light, everybody. And as always, I hope for the best for everything. It is not in who I am to not feel love and light. Love can conquer all, and I miss Missouri so much. Even if I could go back, I have nowhere to go back. I don't even know anymore. I'm not even faced with that decision, so I couldn't even tell you what I would feel. It would be confusing. It would be confusing since I've been in Texas almost 6 months. It would be confusing. And I think a lot of problems with me getting a job is I don't speak Spanish, and where I live on this particular side of town, there's a lot of Spanish speaking. And although we are in America, that shit gets on my nerves. And I shouldn't have to speak Spanish in my own country, but it is like that. It really fucking is like that here in Texas. Southwest Texas, fucking, I just need to think positive and put out those positive vibes. But I need some encouragement. If anybody want to encourage me, please. I need some encouragement. Love and light, and tomorrow is another day, and it's just one more day. Aquarius out.